when we get into the basement in regards to insulation and ventilation, at minimum, we should have insulation along the perimeter rim joist. Whether it's a basement or a crawl space, we should have at least insulation around the perimeter rim joist. And that's the space that's above the foundation, a wall, but also and it's the little cavities that make up the joist spacing along the perimeter of the house. Now, a modern built home, any home really built from the early 1980s and onward, we're going to have some insulation on the walls. It may be half of the wall, may be the entire wall, but there'll be some insulation on the inside of that foundation wall. It depends, but at minimum, there should be insulation along the rim joist cavity. If you ever get into a house where the house is older than early 1980s and there's insulation on the walls, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but be somewhat suspicious, especially if you've identified some conditions to structure and the foundation wall is covered up. The best situation with a crawl space when there's a basement present as well is that if the crawl space is connected to the basement, it's preferred to have the crawl space open where air can migrate with the basement air. We would rather not have an isolated crawl space because typically isolated crawl spaces don't do well on their own because of moisture issues, because of typically inadequate ventilation that's provided to the crawl space.